Welcome into DC On Screen, episode 315. This is our review of The Flash 312, Untouchable. We are going to get super spoilery on it. To recap... Oh, wait. I'm David C. Robertson. This is my co-host, Jason Goss.
We've recapitulated our names correctly. Well done.
Hooray! To recap, Barry is trying to train Wally for his encounter with Savitar, but Flashpoint villain Clive Yorkin shows up and starts disintegrating some familiar faces. His quest for revenge involves killing Joe, but having failed at killing him directly, he realizes killing Iris would be at least as good. Wally shows up to save her, but can't get it done. Iris gets the touch of death and is fading fast. Caitlin is forced to go Killer Frost to freeze Iris' arm to stem the damage. She almost loses her battle with Frost, though, until Julian talks her off the ledge. Yorkin still at large, goes after Joe directly, forcing Barry to expand his skill set and phase an entire train full of people through a roadblock. Wally, who has been having trouble learning to phase, gets the inspiration he needs to use his speedster blood to reverse Yorkin's power as he phases through him. Meanwhile, the families of Joe and Cecile have successfully met, and that went over okay, especially for Wally, who has found a superfan in Cecile's daughter. Also, the tension between Caitlin and Julian has developed into fondness as Caitlin finally invites Julian to grab a drink, and Iris is feeling slightly better about the Flash being able to save her at the end of the day. Finally, though, we get a breach over from Jesse Quick, who informs Wally that Harry has been kidnapped by none other than Gorilla Grodd. Whew.
I know. Very cool at the end, though, right?
What's that?
Very cool at the end, I thought.
Oh, yeah.
It was a good episode, but I think I got more excited about the last 2 or 3 seconds than I did anything else.
I'm angry at this episode for killing Julian, or not Julian.
Julio Mendez.
Julio Mendez.
I know. That was a damn shame. You bring him back just to take him away.
I love Julio.
Yeah.
You know what they should do is they should just bring him back as our Julio Mendez from the 90s Flash series and make him like a freedom fighter, like maybe that future. Remember the episode where they go into the future? Where Barry goes into the future and he doesn't have his powers?
Yeah.
They should just do that, and like something similar happened, and Julio's like a freedom fighter.
It could work.
And decides that he needs our Flash's help. I don't know.
I just felt like instead they were like killing Julio Mendez so they could stop any 90s Flash speculation in this new world.
That's cruel, man.
I know, but it was the first thing that crossed my mind. I don't like cross my hand.
I enjoyed Vice President Al Capone. That was funny.
That was.
Of course, then I just remembered what Al Capone was like in Legends of Tomorrow. So I was like,
oh, that must have been terrible.
Yeah.
Early on, great laughs out of HR.
Mm-hmm.
Is this a game of speculation? Whatever 100 is on this earth, put me down.
Yeah, that was fun.
I loved that almost as much as I loved Barry being like a little hard-handed almost with Wally about like, hey man, this isn't a game. We're doing this. This is hard training, and Wally being typically Wally is like, yeah. But first you're gonna eat my dust. That's fine. I want him to be like a little uppity.
Mm-hmm.
I really loved though, like he does beat him, and until then, what's my name? I don't know what I love so much about Barry taunting him after getting onto him for being a little too playful.
Yeah, but with all of that hubris from Wally, it's annoying almost when it comes back, when he comes crashing down. Wally, where are you going? Out of the way, where I can't screw up again. Aw, poor little guy.
I felt bad for him when they come in there. He's just, I don't know, crouched down on the floor, moping. Poor little man. A great speech from Barry, though. The teaching and inspiring, and I'm going to be that teacher now. It was I couldn't even write everything down. Didn't even bother writing a quote. I'm just going to say like that entire section of script was fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
Man, they do good monologues on the show.
I don't know. I think they do better one-liners on the show. But
no, the one-liners are good, but
I actually went to that class. You better be going to all your classes.
Oh, I got that one written down too. Yeah.
Like, I also love HR in this just big tense moment where they're all like, he's like, all right, good job. Big ideas today. Shut up. You jackass.
Yeah, I don't know. He really is like, he's growing on me. Well, I mean, I'm not like constantly annoyed with him. He's one of those people that if I knew him, he'd be growing on me by now, probably. Because he does seem to have like a good spirit.
Mm-hmm.
But you just, every now and then you just want to like, just backhand him, right? Just, dude, shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
I need you to turn it down like 8 notches.
Yeah, I don't know. So, I say I don't know because I really like HR a lot. He might need to turn it up a little.
Yeah. I'm enjoying him.
So I'm angry. I'm angry they killed Julio.
Yeah, of course.
I don't like seeing Joe hurt. They should have told him about Iris. You bastards.
This is not something you keep from your father. I don't know.
Laugh like hell.
I did like that.
Laugh like
they kept it for. I really understood why they kept it from him for a couple episodes, and you knew it wasn't going to last forever. And they couple episodes in, they all come to their senses and decide they have to tell him. And
sure,
they time it right now. Like, it's something the Arrow didn't have right for a long time. I think they've gotten better at now in this season. They've gotten better about everything this season. But like they didn't do this well early on. It's like how long a secret should stay a secret. It's something the Berlanti verse was having difficulty with, but the Flash I think has it better than anybody else.
Yeah, things go faster somehow.
Yeah. What was the other line you were going for?
Say that. What?
You had another line you were going to say. I'm sorry.
Oh, just when they were about to bet or they placed their bets, and Cisco said, "May the odds be ever in your favor." I don't know. I enjoyed that.
Yeah. They're looking for a place to hide Joe. Name a place safer than a coffee shop with my two speedster sons.
That was fun.
End of conversation, right?
Turned out to be not true.
But, I know, but it was good. And Kid Flash in the cafe, like, so what do you like about Kid Flash?
Yeah, the line that
I like
caught
how
me.
Barry's taking it right now. Like he's a little put off, but he's really not like annoyed by it. Like he's actually happy for Wally, but like a little amused by how people are so up for the Kid Flash. I like how they're playing that. There's nothing petty about it, and I love it.
Yeah, I mean, why would he be?
Yeah, because that's something you could do to a show.
Because he's not Supergirl.
Yeah, because that's what they're doing on Supergirl. I was so happy when I get to Flash, and they're not doing it.
Oddly enough, the line that caught me emotionally was "Run, Wally, run."
Gets me every time. I have exactly that written down with exactly that following it. If you put "run," anybody run in the show at the right moment, I will get a little sentimental, a little choked up.
Is it just me, or does Caitlin fall for every blonde who walks in the door?
There are blondes now that you mention it. No, Robbie was a dark hair. Robbie's dark hair.
He was.
She's going for the opposite type now since Robbie's gone.
I guess so.
I'm kind of digging her and Julian.
You
He does take time to remind us that there's still one more Husk meta out there before he gets his drink invite.
Mm-hmm.
And also props for his speech. Good monologue with him as well. The you're stronger than me speech.
Yeah.
I had some comments about I had some comments about two parts of the powers being used this week.
Okay.
One, Barry phases a whole goddamn train. Mm-hmm. That's awesome. Two, Wally's
like, every time I get close, you do something else.
Yeah, I know. And that was even that was like, I just don't have it in me right now. I was like, but I've never done it before. You just watched me do something I've never done before. Good back and forth. Now at the time, this is one of those tropes that I'm just tired of for a number of reasons. Don't cut your palm. That's like do you know how hard it is to bandage a palm? Cut like the back of your arm or something you can put a Band-Aid over. Like when you want to get in TV and movies, every time you need to like create blood, it's always right down the middle of your extremely sensitive cartilage right underneath palm. Mm-hmm. And it's always like a deep cut, like welling up blood as you do it. Like, most of these hands would be ruined for the rest of their lives.
Mm-hmm. Well, I don't know about this trope of which you speak. I mean, we looked at, he's a speedster, so he heals super quick.
Yeah,
so
for
he
him,
was already healed.
He gets a free pass because of the super speed healing. It's just that cutting the palm when you need blood thing. That's we have that ongoing pile of things I never want to see again, and we never want to see again. That's my nomination.
Okay. The only other time I've ever really seen it that I know of is Star Trek. The Klingons do it.
I feel like I see it everywhere.
And they have 24th century technology.
No, you've seen it. Just be like, look, BVS. That's where Alexander cuts his hand. Or Lex.
Oh yeah, it is. I guess it just looks cool.
I think that's why people do it, and it's the accepted norm or something. But it's my suggestion for let's get the fuck rid of it. I did have one note for Wally though, other than don't cut your hand, dude. And mm-hmm. It does fall into the like super speed powers, but like, dude. I mean, Barry tries to show him how to phase by just putting his hand calmly through the wall. Like, do that. Stop running your damn face right into the wall. He just keeps slamming into the wall. Like, just start out with a hand.
Which he does when he actually pulls it off at the end of the episode. Yeah, that's what he does. Yeah. He's just he's not just running into a wall over and over.
He focuses on one thing. I don't know. It's just one of those moments where, come on, man.
Yeah, I do recall laughing at that and just thinking there's got to be a better way.
There's got to be. There has to be. Now, question for you, though.
Sure.
Now that they've missed the opportunity on the Luigi's murder. They can't prevent the murder. I guess now they just have to prevent the restaurant from opening or reopening as Luigi's. So one missed opportunity there. But it keeps occurring to me that honoring Joe West, especially this episode, kept occurring to me that honoring Joe West. I don't think that news report necessarily mentioned he was alive to be honored.
Yeah.
He, you know, I hate to bring up that possibility. We all wouldn't want a world without Joe, but you can't preclude it.
We are DC on screen.
If I had bagpipes, I'd play Amazing Grace in the background.
No.
You just want a moment of silence for the possibility of a lost West.
We will not speak of this possibility again. We probably will. We mention it like every episode.
Yeah. Well, last week I was
Joe's
talking about
probably
like
gonna die.
Iris, she can change her own future by getting herself killed earlier.
Mm-hmm. And that's fine, just as long as it's not Joe.
Right. Oh, I hate to admit it, but yeah, I would take Joe over Iris if you just made me choose. And I feel the reason I feel bad about that is, season 1 we weren't big fans of Iris. They didn't give her much to do, but she's finally really in this show and doing things. Mm-hmm. She even got her own good speech at the end. Like she's a little less scared now because she always felt like she was the only one who didn't get the Flash. She just got Barry and the rest of the world got the Flash. I think it's a fine insight. But then I got all excited because Jesse Quick and Harry will be back.
Maybe. All right. We got to wrap this up.
Get out.
We are DC On Screen, and you can find every episode at dconscreen.com. We are proud members of the Giant Size Team Up Network, giantsizeteamup.com. We're going to be coming right back with a spoiler-filled episode talking about Legends of Tomorrow 211 Turncoat. Until then, keep some DC on your screen.
You've got goals for your small business. That's why now's the time to level up your marketing with Constant Contact. With powerful tools to find and connect with new customers, manage your social posts and events, and send automated emails and texts, you'll stand out, stay top of mind, and see results fast. Constant Contact's cutting-edge technology makes marketing easy so you can focus on running your business. Start achieving your small business goals with a free trial at ConstantContact.com today.